Hi guys, I have a great appetizer recipe for you today. It's perfect for game day parties or any gathering. These poppers offer delightful contrast of textures and flavors with a crunchy bacon exterior and a gooey cheese filling. One disclaimer, make sure you get smaller ones. I have really large. Make sure you want to get them no longer than about 3 inches for this recipe, because it doesn't work out if you get the really large ones like myself. So if you want to see how I made these, keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. I don't know how you found me, but I'm happy you're here. Today I'm going to show you how to make bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. These are delicious for a game day party or any type of celebration. They're delightful contrast textures and flavors with crunchy bacon exterior and gooey, ooey cheese filling. Let me show you what I have. I have a baking sheet lined with foil for easy cleanup. And I have the rack. You don't need that. You can just use parchment paper or foil, but I would definitely spray the foil so it won't stick. Easy cleanup. I'm going to use 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. You can swap out the cheeses, mozzarella, whatever you like. Pepper jack would be good. I have 8 ounces of cream cheese. It's softened. I have toothpicks to secure them. You see they're soaking in water. I don't want them to burn. I've got thick cut bacon. Now, this recipe, I'm going to give you the full recipe as I usually do. Those of you who've been here, welcome back. If you haven't, welcome to my channel. It's a channel of quick, easy meals for people who don't like to cook, don't want to cook, don't know how to cook. It calls for 10 jalapeno peppers, and it makes 20, like I said, for a party for appetizers. I'm only going to use 4. Cutting them in half, that will be 8. I'm using gloves because you know messing with peppers, it can stay on your fingers and you mess around with your eyes and they will burn. Not a good thing. I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika. So I've got my peppers washed and dried, and you also need a grater if you're going to grate the cheese, or if you want, you can buy it pre-grated in a package. I'm going to use double cut smoked bacon. I only need, now for this recipe, you would need, like I said, 10 of these peppers and 10 slices of bacon, because you cut the bacon in half, so I'm using 4. So I'm going to only use, that'll make 8, so I only need 4 slices of the bacon. Got my oven set to 400 degrees. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's get cooking. Okay everyone, so here are my peppers. So I want to have a little bit of the stem left on each one, so I'm carefully cutting at the stem, trying to cut them in half. I put my gloves on. One's thicker than the other. And you definitely want to get rid of the seeds. Well, I guess if you like them really spicy, you don't have to. So I'm going to remove the seeds and the veins on each one. Show you carefully how I do this. Make sure they're not spicy, because those of you that know the heat is in the seeds and in the veins. And I want these to be kind of mild. Plus, I think it looks cooler when you got a little bit of the stem left on there. Taking my fingers and removing much of the seeds and veins as I can. They won't be really hot. These are only for me. Those that know me, welcome back. You know I upload 2 videos a week and I always include an inspirational quote or a controversial joke. My husband does not eat spicy foods. That's not his thing, and I love spicy, but he still won't eat these because they're green. You guys know that know me, my husband doesn't like green stuff, no vegetables or anything. So this one will be a little thinner. It really doesn't matter, like I said, for me, if you're making them for a party, once you wrap them in bacon, no one will ever know. That's the first one. I'll show you another one. See how it's got the stem right there? So I'm cutting at the stem, trying to leave a little bit of stem on there. Like I said, I think it looks cooler to have the stem there. I guess I'm just going to take my thumb. It's a little easier than the spoon. Take out the seeds and the veins. As I said, I have my oven at 400 degrees. I'm going to be using the top rack as high as it will go. And I plan to turn these, and I'll show you another reason I'm going to wrap them, because I'm kind of picky. I like my, I had them at a restaurant a couple weeks ago for my birthday, and it was a specialty item, so they don't have it all the time at that restaurant. So I'm kind of bummed. So I said, I have to make these. And they were absolutely delicious. They were cooked though on a grill over the open flame. So I'm going to definitely do this summer when my husband's barbecuing. But you can make them in the oven, and I'm sure they are just as delicious. Most people just use cream cheese and wrap them in bacon. And you know, that those that know me know I like full flavor. And at the restaurant, I'm sure they use just cream cheese wrapped in bacon. But like I said, it was cooked over a charcoal grill, so that definitely amps up the flavor a lot. So that's why I added the smoked paprika. I'm gonna season my cream cheese mixture. I'm not gonna just use cream cheese. See, I'm just getting all the seeds out that I can, removing the veins. It won't be too hot, but I don't mind the spice. But if you don't either, don't worry about it. You don't have to be as picky, but for your guests, you might want to make sure that you remove much or all of it so it won't burn people up. This one, cleaned out. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know how you found me. Like I said, I really enjoy doing this, and I appreciate everyone that takes time out of their day to watch my channel. I do this as a hobby, still working full-time as a nurse in the emergency department, so this gives me something to do in my spare time. That one turned out pretty good. We'll just put you guys on pause, do the last one, get ready to set up. Okay, I just wanted to show you I was grating up my cheese. I use it pretty much frozen. To me, it keeps it from crumbling as bad. So I just take it out of the freezer right before I get ready to use it. And that's about a cup, what I have in the cup. Then I take this bowl. I'm going to take one package, 8 ounces of softened room temperature cream cheese. A lot of it got stuck in here, but no big deal. I'm going to add the seasonings. That's a quarter of a teaspoon of garlic powder, quarter of a teaspoon, and that was onion powder. This is garlic powder, and this is smoked paprika. Add that to it. Add my cheese. And like I said, you can swap out the cheeses if your family doesn't like cheddar. Some people add mozzarella to this, also with the cream cheese and the cheddar cheese. So I would go with pepper jack because I like my stuff really spicy. I just want to get this all mixed and combined together. I've got my bacon already cut in half, so the 4 strips make it 8. And like I said, this is the full recipe for 20. So what you see here is supposed to fill 20 halves of jalapeno poppers. Just want to get this well incorporated. And like I said, most recipes don't add any seasoning to this or any spices. They just use it plain. I'm not using any salt or any pepper, just the spices. And I thought they were delicious at the restaurant, and they only had just cream cheese because I asked. Stuff with cream cheese wrapped in bacon, cooked over an open flame, charcoal, and they were to die for. And I'm so upset because it's seasonal. It's not like I can go back there on my day off and get some more because I can't. It's no longer on the menu. So that's why I decided to find my own recipe and make these. Show you how to make them. Like I said, they're a great crowd pleaser. I'm sure people would love these, especially if they like really seasoned, delicious appetizers. Okay. Taking a spoon and scrape off most of this. Now I have my jalapeno peppers. I'm going to take these and try. I started to pipe them. Then I said that's an extra step to go ahead and put them inside of a bag and then squeeze it in. Plus, as you see, it's kind of stiff. And I guess you're supposed to pack this generously with the cream cheese mixture. And I can because, like I said, I have more than enough. This is supposed to be for 20. I'm only making 8. So I'm just taking my spoon and adding the cream cheese mixture inside each one of these little peppers. And I didn't spray my rack. I probably should have, but it shouldn't be a problem. And I'm going to show you something else that I'm going to do that the recipe does not call for, but for me, I think it's necessary because depending on, you cook it till the bacon's done. So when I had them at the restaurant, the bacon was, it wasn't completely crispy. It was cooked, but it was not the way I would cook my bacon if I was going to eat bacon as a side dish or anything. I like my bacon really, really crispy. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to wrap these. Get some more pepper on there. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these pieces of bacon and I'm going to start at the top and kind of come around and try. See, this isn't going to work. What my plan was, I see why. Because see, my plan, as I was going to explain to you guys, was I planned to totally cover these so I can flip them over. I'm still going to try and flip them. That's the toothpick I'm using that I got out of the water. I got 2 toothpicks for each jalapeno pepper. I'm putting that on there like that for the baking wrap. And here's another one. This is thick cut bacon because I wanted to wrap these really, really tight so I wouldn't lose cheese when I went to flip these over. But I see it's not working out that way, but this will be okay. Hopefully the bacon will cook. That's why I put it on a wire rack. Most of the recipes said to use parchment paper, but I'm worried about the bacon on the underside, so I may have to try and turn these over. So I'll do one more for you. Try a longer piece of bacon. Show you what I was talking about. Maybe I should try and pull a little bit more taut. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'd pull it more taut and have it covered like that. So it's basically totally covered. That way if I flip it in the oven, I won't lose all my cheese. I'm going to secure that with a toothpick. I'm going to put you guys on pause and get the rest of these filled and wrapped in bacon, and then come back and get ready to put them in the oven. Okay guys, last one I'm going to wrap. And also a disclaimer, I forgot to tell you, for 20 of these, with that amount of cream cheese, I bought the largest peppers that I could find. See, I'm just wrapping this around. So technically you wouldn't get them this big if you were having a party. You would buy the smaller jalapeno peppers because most people wouldn't have them this big. And as you see, this is how I wanted them all to turn out, even though it didn't work out that way. I wanted the cheese to be totally covered because my plan is to try and flip them over if the other underside of the bacon isn't cooking crispy enough. But I didn't find any recipes that said you needed to turn them. But like I said, I'm kind of picky about my bacon. So there you have it. I have 8 total. Quite a bit of cheese left. So yeah, if you're gonna make 20 of these, I would get smaller ones. Don't get them about half this size. And that should give you your 20. So I'm gonna put these in the oven, take my gloves off. And like I said, make sure you use gloves because you don't wanna make a mistake and touch your eyes or your face later and have them burning. I'll see you guys back. These cook for 20 to 25 minutes. As I said, at 400 degrees, it's on the highest oven rack that I have. Okay guys, there you have it. Bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. These are absolutely delicious. If you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've already eaten 2 of them. I almost ate 3, but it wouldn't be enough for the presentation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I try desperately to respond to each and every comment, be it negative or positive. One lady left a comment and said, I despise teriyaki chicken. No worries. Not everybody likes everything. So God bless and stay. And I'm getting ready to tell you guys my joke. The butler walked through the door, only to find the lady of the house sitting by the fireplace sipping wine, waiting for him. She motioned him in closer in a soft voice and said, unbutton my blouse. Nervously, he did as she asked. Now, take off my boots. He knelt down and pulled them off one by one. Now my socks. He carefully removed the socks, placing them neatly beside the boots. Now my skirt. His hands trembled as he unfastened, his eyes locked on her. Now my bra. He hesitated and then carefully slipped it off, letting it fall to the floor. The widow took a sip of wine, looked him in the eyes, and said, if you ever wear my clothes again, you're fired. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Hope to see you on the next one. I think your family and friends will really love these bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. They are seeded to tame their heat, making this dish enjoyable for those for milder spice levels. Even easier to make than to devour. These poppers are sure to disappear fast. It's an appetizer that combines smoky, savory flavor of bacon with the spicy kick of fresh jalapenos and the creamy richness of cheese. You guys can swap out the cheeses or the spices to make it your own to accommodate your family's taste buds. God bless. Hope to see you on the next one, and have a good evening.